not my art form whatsoever. It is. Hold on. Hannah Rose. At Hannah Rose. I want to say that's what her TikTok is. But this isn't about her, it's about me. But either way, a shameless plug for an artistic buddy that has a different art form than me and as a struggling artist, as I feel as if a lot of artists are, depending on what their medium is. But either way, it is now back to the Ethan Show. So, I get this question so often, I should probably know the answer. But I have taken it upon myself to self-investigate because this is, what's wrong with you? Which I have come to learn is more of a projection of an issue that people are asking about themselves and they're using me as the mirror. But when you ask me what's wrong with me, I actually think you're speaking to me, when instead you're speaking through me, using me as your tool to figure out what's wrong with you, not me. Because, yeah, okay, fuck, maybe y'all right. There's something a little bit different, something a little bit crazy, something a little bit fishy, something a little bit off from my man. And I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's my childhood. Maybe it's my trauma. Maybe it's the fact that I was adopted at a very young age. Maybe it's because I'm foreign. Maybe it's these heart issues. Maybe it's the fact that people say one thing and do another thing and then say don't talk about it and you shouldn't say it. Like it's our little secret and no, they're not going to believe you. I'm stronger than you. I have more money than you. And it's blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. It's me versus you and they're not going to believe you because of your race, because of your age, because of your money, because of. And at some point or another, it finally clicked in my head that it's gotta be a game. Now, rather I'm fucking wrong, rather if I'm right, I will always tell you guys to think for yourself, not necessarily say that, but it's heavily implied in all my videos. I never tell you guys to think like me. I never tell you guys I am correct. I do believe in a lot of the times I say the things that come out my mind. I am correct from all the times I've said the things that came out my mind. I'm like, oh, so you're not mad because I'm wrong? You're mad because I said it and now everybody noticed the things that they didn't notice? Now it's fucking shown. Now I'm an asshole? Well, you shouldn't have made it so fucking easy for me. I'm just saying, like, it's an elephant in the room, and I'm not fucking blind. I try to be, but, like, you can't tell they fucking. You can't tell they fighting. You can't tell they're lying. Come on, their fucking mouth open. You already know it. Yeah, bullshit. That's what you be smelling. I know I smell it, but I ain't in a position of power. I'm just always the bottom on the totem pole. I got full control of myself and the freedom that I am allowed to have. So say what you want and continue. Say what you want and continue. Say what you want. Younger me would have been quick to action, reaction. I am reactive, but not as quick as I used to be, not as aggressive as I used to be. I should have been actually locked up more than I was, and I actually wasn't ever really locked up, but technically, metaphorically, and in the literal sense, you're crazy! Yes, I know. You've all been telling me for years, and it only took me until 2023 to actually be in some sort of an asylum where they trap me and they say, you'll be free one day. We'll help you one day. We'll just keep following that wheel until the day that you die. You know what the fuck you're supposed to do. How dare you think freely? Like, we'll tell you what we want you to believe, but we don't want you to believe it really. Don't ever fact check the shit. Don't actually believe and make sure that you do what we tell you to. Like, we want you to be a multi-skilled person, but to be a multi-skilled person, you got to be able to think well. And to be able to think well would mean that you would know that you're being controlled, and that wouldn't really sit well with us. Now, who is us? Now, who is they? We already know the story. If you're having a recover on, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I got these theories about these stories that actually come out to be true, but they'll only tell you the truth when they're ready to tell you, even though we'll try to tell you the truth, but you're fucking stupid. You're fucking dumb. You're fucking loony. Hey, remember how they always tell us the truth after 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and it's just like, wow, that was them before. Could you imagine now? I'm just telling you the things I learned is, wow! You almost had me. You definitely had me in the childhood, but you don't have me in the adult. I'm just telling you, I don't trust a lot of things. That's because of a lot of things I've seen. And for the fact that I can't explain it, I could, but they'll probably find me. Wait, you already know where the fuck I'm at. I just ain't got a big enough following that you guys give a shit about me. Now, back on to me. What is wrong with me? I'm aware, I'm awake, I'm alert, and I'm still working through my own issues. Like, yes, I get it. These emotions I shouldn't always put on you. Yes, I get it. I am accountable for my actions as well as my reactions. Even though you be overly on the top acting, it doesn't mean I come around smacking. You didn't touch me, so technically I'm assaulting. But if you touch me, technically I ain't calling. No body. I've got all these bodies inside me. Yes, I'm probably a monster, but I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't even say boo. I just be walking up on you, and you were looking right in front of me. I ain't even coming up behind you, and you're still like, oh shit! What the fuck? Where'd you come from? Don't you see? Your eyes open. How can't you see me? I'm confused. That's why I do. I'm sick and tired of scaring you guys so easily. Open your eyes when I'll be walking in front of you. Behind you, I gotta make some music and some noise so you feel more comfortable around me. I like to be scary, but realize in society, I better be somebody I fit into it. Because my pigmentation already mean I fit description depending on which city I'm in. So I better be watching myself because as soon as the lights go out, well, we don't like to not be able to see the people we see. So it's the sundown time, boy. Where the fuck you at, boy? I bet you better get the fuck out here, boy. And because I'm a weird boy, I'd be like, why he saying boy so hard? Why the fuck he be so mad? Why he's got so many dudes up his ass like he about to fuck me? Like, that's very manly of you. You need 6 men to go to one place, and I'll be going to 6 places with no other men but me, myself, and I'm the fucking pussy. Fight me like a true man, or shoot me like a dead guy. I know I'm gonna be dead eventually, but I believe I was born dead, so let me rest in peace. Or let me walk this earth peacefully. I don't give a fuck what you say. Just do what the fuck you're gonna do. I know it's not fucking personal. It's business because you ain't know shit about me. What's wrong with me? I know some things. Maybe too many things. Some things I will tell you one day, and I've told you many different ways, but you won't listen to me until they tell you. So I guess I'm just goofy. I guess I'm just weird. I guess I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm autistic. Maybe I'm borderline. Maybe I'm bipolar. Maybe you don't even believe in mental health. So maybe I'm not even disabled whatsoever, even though I showed you my chest. So at least I got 1 disability, if not 3. Maybe 4. Maybe more. I don't know. I ain't got enough paper trail for them to care. I know as long as I don't fucking beat the shit out of people and show you guys how aggressive I think mentally. I promise you, I am controlled, contained. If I was really all that insane, do you think I would be able to walk so free? Well, this is the home of the brave and the land of the free, but most of the people be enslaved by the what? Enslaved by the who? Enslaved by the why? The money. And I think it's funny because we all know it, but still clocking. Still clocking. Still clocking. Ah! It's a good thing I ain't got a kid because I ain't getting shot, but still clocking. Still clocking. It's a good thing I ain't got a kid because they ain't getting shot. It's a good thing I ain't going out because I ain't getting shot. It's a good thing I ain't giving a shit because this shit's going up and I still gotta pay for it. Even though I'm not rich, everything goes up, but I don't seem to be it. They'll say learn more. But I still gotta pay more just to get the certificate, just to say I learned the shit. I could learn more, doesn't mean they'll pay more. I could always do more, and that's what the rich say, but they ain't never lived it my way, but they say I could be in their place. Knowing damn well they always gatekeep, figuring out a way that they can keep me far away. They knew the way they came up, and if I did it, now I'm a criminal, but before that, it was legal to do. Now I want, oh no, no more room for only me, no other body, so fuck you. The top is lonely because I murder anybody that comes close. That's what they don't ever fucking tell you. Teams have been up to the summit, and I'm like, fuck it, I just want to be successful in my own madness, even though they're like, what's wrong with you? I think it's cause I can't feel numb. I'm not dumb. I'm just trying to have some fun, but they're like, run, nigga, run, nigga, run. Nigga, you can't have too much fun. Why? Do you smile? Are you nice? Giving all these people advice. Who asked you? Who wants you? Who gives a shit? Nobody likes you, and that's just you. Being a dick, probably projecting all this evilness on me, hoping I die. Cause the bad guys never seem to off themselves. It's always the good guys, and they always ask what happened to the good ones. You murdered them, you lied to them, you raped them, you molested them, you robbed them. They're too afraid to do what needs to be done. And sometimes that's fighting back. So in my reality, in my mind, the perfect person is actually an anti-hero because there's 2 ends to the spectrum that fuck you up. Being so heroic, you let anybody and everybody do whatever the fuck they want to you, so therefore you're basically a doormat. To be their hero is to be your own villain, to allow them to do whatever the fuck they want to you. To be a villain is to essentially be a narcissist and to only love yourself and to only feel whatever the fuck you want to, as well as maybe your small little group, but still, who are you helping if you're only thinking and helping yourself? That's too far. To be an anti-hero means I will help you within the reasons that I can, but not within the reasons that it's gonna help hurt me. Oh hell no, never could be. Like I would love to help you, but you said give me, as in you, all my, as in my money, as in I worked for it, and the fair exchange for my time and energy, you robbing me. So I get that you probably worked hard too, but how hard is it to point the gun at somebody and say, give me something, or I'm gonna take your life? In the fearful mind of mine, of course I'll give you whatever the fuck I want to, but honestly, I promise you, it sounds like I'm talking shit, but if you pull out a gun on me, shoot, please. I ain't got no money on me. Or maybe I do. But I ain't giving it to you. Why? Because I'll even piss myself in front of you and still tell you to shoot. Like, yeah, I might be scared, but that's because my body gonna do what it's gonna do. But I'm still gonna die. If you pull the trigger on me, you might see the nigger come out. And I mean ignorantly, I will beat the ever-living shit out of you, because why the fuck are you gonna make me stand there and wait for death? And promise me and make me so happy, and then you don't deliver? Are you fucking crazy? Because I am. And I have to reserve that most of the times. I know I'm psychotic, but you only know because you watch me. But you'll never see this unscripted. And it's not even scripted. It's just in a place where I can yell and scream and nobody's gonna come out like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I don't know. I think it's mainly the community. If I went into places where people understood me, people actually wanted to listen to me, people actually listened and reacted and remember the things I said, like you retained the information, like I'm not repeating myself, like I swear I fucking said this. I know I fucking said this. Why the fuck did you say I didn't say this? This is why I record so much. I know I'm fucking crazy, but Conversation 502. I do a lot of things for my own sanity. It takes too much damn time to explain it to you. Yes, I might be mad, but what type of mad am I? What's my abuse rate? What's my domestic violence? Oh, wait, orphan. Hi, my name's Ethan. Adopted by a big family. Technically, literally, probably more of a small asylum if you ask me personally. Dad was better than Lady of the House. That's why I call her Lady of the House instead of the other title that she probably should have, but I don't personally believe. I believe family is who you choose, and I wholeheartedly. So why are you talking about family to an orphan? I will murder anybody that doesn't like to be around me, and I mean that metaphorically. Literally, it's illegal too, but depending on where you are residing, you could do anything that you want to. It's really morally, ethically, it's all right if you do it, but it's fuck me if I do it. We already know the damn story. If you got enough money, if you got enough madness, if you in the right room, nobody gonna snitch on you. Did I do anything? Come on, you're in the group. You wouldn't snitch on me. I got dirt on you too. To be human is to be a human is to be a monster. Not on every occasion, to be honest, but I've met so many monsters with human flesh. And it's taken me so long to learn that I actually am one. But I'm not one of the bad ones. But I don't always feel good when people say I'm a good guy. I don't feel bad when they say I'm a bad guy. But I also realize they say some of those things to sway me a certain way, and it's just like, I'm just somebody. I feel like a robot most of the times. I've learned what is pain through the pain that I felt myself, but I never know if you don't speak to me that I'm causing you pain, but I do know I will never cause you pain physically, because to hit you is to know I'm causing you pain, but to manipulate you verbally is to not know, to really know. I need to know. If you speak it, then I will know, but if you don't, well, how am I supposed to know? I do know that I have a way with people, and it's not me intentionally. It's just my people-pleasing tendencies. Please accept me in this room because I don't want to be kicked out. Or maybe I do. I don't know, a little kid me just wanted to feel appreciated. People wanted me, but when you always do something, why wouldn't you want somebody that's gonna always get you food? Why wouldn't you want somebody that's always hilarious? Why wouldn't you want somebody that will basically cater to you hand and foot? Like, yes, I felt like an indentured slave, the way that I believe that the only way that they will love me is if I service them, because acts of service, who doesn't enjoy it? And if I did it wrong, I wasn't the one that was getting hit, but I do realize some people were in way worse things than I will ever think of, that I will ever feel. Me being a man is me not being treated the same as little kid me, but it took me so many years of learning to realize. Some of it was training and some of it was unnecessary, but how am I to pick apart either one? So if you asked me, if you were to go back at time, would you change anything? I don't know. It seems simple to pick one thing, but to know that it's not what you think it is that made you, it's all of it that is you. So for me to change one little thing might change that one, might change that most crucial thing that would have made me perfect. But there's no such thing as perfect, as well as there's no such thing as one size fits all. And to assume that is ridiculous. And I am also aware that there's people that have this. I would say there's more than one or two mindsets, but let's umbrella it like this. There's two mindsets. There's anything can happen, and there's only what is possible, what is taught, what is recorded can happen. Like there's logic and unlogical lives, and I feel like I literally live an unlogical life. Like the more that I think of my stories, the more that I remember talking to people, the more I'm just like, I feel as if you don't have the what the fuck human existence, it's hard to communicate with those that have a what the fuck human existence. And even though you might have a what the fuck human existence, it's not necessarily a one size fits all yet again what the fuck human existence, because your what the fuck human existence could be that you never seem to ever find two pairs of shoes, where some people might have the what the fuck existence where they always seem to get tacos on Wednesdays and burritos on Thursdays, and it's like if it doesn't happen on a Thursday or a Wednesday, then like some sporadic thing happens and somebody happens to give them a burrito or a taco. It's just like, whoa, I didn't even go. And it's just like, what the fuck? No matter what, I always get what the fuck I get, and it's just like. It sounds unbelievable because you don't need to believe it for me to perceive it, for me to go through it, for me to have had it done to me. Does not need your word I'm looking for, brain fog. It does not need your validation for it to be factual. It just needs me to be honest when I tell these stories. And I do realize the mind is such a powerful thing. It can create false memories. The mind is such a powerful thing. It can wipe memories. The mind is such a powerful thing. It can create another you. So how the fuck am I supposed to expect to know and always know the truth? And I know there's some intricate nervous system working in me, and I think that's what makes me so goofy and funny. Like, I don't want to hurt you, so I just figured out a way to fix it, work around it. And the way that you judge me has told me that you probably won't like me, and it's 100% fine. You don't need to, even though most of society taught me you have to be loved by the community, but some communities are idiots, and I don't want to be loved by idiots, and I think I'm an idiot. But if I'm the smartest idiot in the room, then I don't want to be in it. I don't think I'm that smart, but if I'm smarter than everybody else, can I please leave? I promise I'm probably just as crazy as everybody else, but I'm also aware that, like, most of these things that people are upset about don't really matter. But the things that they aren't upset about really do matter, and that's what upsets me, because what about the kids? What about the veterans? What about the elderly? What about the minorities? What about the fact that humanity just about controls everything, but humanity is also the biggest reason why everything sucks. I'm just saying, like, if you had the right humans in the right positions, things wouldn't be so bad. But if you stop and think about it, the good guys are too afraid to rise up, but the villains are just like, well, time to go up top. Time to go up top. Time to go up top. Woo! Now I'm up top. Who the fuck's gonna try to whack me? Hey, watch me! Watch me! Please, protect me! I know exactly what I did to get here. Bam! Had to kill my right hand man, fucking my woman and shit like that. At least that's what the movies taught me. I'm just saying, like, I've always been lonely, so what the fuck's the point of going to the top? I don't need to be at the top. I just need to be somewhere comfortable. And comfortability to me is in a community that I can be completely naked around. And I don't mean nudity, but if you think that means I just want to be walking around naked, well, yes, I do want to be a part of a nudist society. There's many parts of me that I want to show to people, but people won't accept me as that. So I have to move on to a different group, because you can't change them. You just have to change them. Because to change them is basically impossible. They're chained to whoever they want to be. And if they want to change, you should allow them to change within their own wants. But to force a motherfucker to change is very stupid. as somebody that used to be forced to change for other people, to think that they would accept me. But at the end of the day, I can't leave myself, but you can always leave. So why do so much for you when I do so little for me, when I could do so much for me and I will always be me and do as much as I can for you without actually hurting myself? Because if to love you means to kill myself, then I don't want this. I don't want any of you. I don't want to entertain. I know I might be crazy, but I'm not completely insane. What's wrong with me? I think too fucking much. But you don't want to hear that. You want to hear an answer that's satisfactory to you. So, what's wrong with me? I was abandoned as a child. My adoptive parents kind of neglected me, a little bit of molestation, if you ask me personally. But hey, if you don't want to believe any of these stories, you ain't got to. I'm just telling it from my point of view. And I'm 99% honest, if not 90% honest. I'm more honest than dishonest. That's why I keep my mouth shut. Because if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But I thought I was being nice, but people tell me I was being mean when I'm just like, I was being honest. You can make a liar out of me by fixing yourself. But you're not going to do that, so I guess we'll not talk about the elephant of the room of how bad you are, how aggressive you are, how you don't ever want to take accounts for anything, how you're the reason why a lot of things are happening, but like, let's just wonder why do we have so many issues? I wasn't the best at math, but when I do some math in life situations, I've learned certain families, if you got rid of certain family members, it'd probably be a lot happier. But how does an orphan tell family members to dismember other family members? I don't mean dismember, I just mean disconnect. Because if you didn't have this person in your life, this dude, this chick, this y'all's life wouldn't be this big of a shit. And I realized I had a person like that in my life too, and that's why she's called the lady of the house and not what you would expect to hear. I'm just saying we all got somebody like that. And what makes her lady of the house is the constant lying, the constant manipulation, the weird fucking touching of me. And just like, you do that for so many years, and how you expect me to say I love you? Like, maybe if I had Stockholm syndrome, but like I said, I think too much. I've been shown too much. And now that I'm aware that comparing can be good and or bad, it's just depending on where your mind's at, that, yeah, this is not what all moms do. You're not a good mom. You might be able to fool other people, but what most people don't realize is private and public are two different images, and I try to make sure I am the same regardless of which way you see me. Yes, I'm very quiet. Yes, I'm very creepy. Yes, I'm very loud, but I'm also very charming. Yes, I'm also very kind. I'm very patient. I want to be able to please you, but I'm also aware I can never please you. But at the same time, I ain't got to be out here fucking beating you, lying to you, cheating on you, making you look foolish. So if we can talk, we can talk. But if we can't talk, we can't talk. And I'm not going to call you a bitch. I'm not going to call you a whore. And I'm not going to call you out your name unless you're really one of them bitches and you really one of them whores, unless you're really asking for it. And to be asking for it, at least in my personal book, is to really just be a very aggressive person for no fucking reason. It's like, I'll leave you alone after one fucking, like, you just got to be aggressive and rude towards me once. Like, I don't play the, oh, maybe she liked me because she mean. Like, I do like sassy, but at the same time, sometimes I can't tell the difference between sassy and mean. But at the same time, if I feel the disinterest in the chick, I'm just going to leave her alone, because why the fuck am I chasing? I'm pretty! From the females that even told me. Some have said I can have any chick that I want. Some said I can get pretty women. Some are just like, ew, what the fuck you be screwing with? And I'm just a dude. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just put my dick in holes as long as she's alive, as long as she's got a heartbeat. I know it'd probably just be easier just to fucking pocket pussy, but it was, I don't know. I fucked everything that has a heartbeat. I'm kidding. It was a fucked up line. I don't fuck everything that has a heartbeat. It's got to be a female. It's got to be alive, and she's got to be over age. Of age, goofball. Over age does help, because I do love. What's your 43-year-old grandma doing? I'm kidding. Well, actually, in this day and age, she could be a 43-year-old grandma. What's your mom doing? The 31-year-old or the 33-year-old. But I do got this one mom that's in my mind. 4 kids, she got me fucked up. Trying to make her mommy a 5. Fuck, now I gotta post this video later. Either way. Nah, she ain't gonna watch it. The problems I have is trying to pick the best one. How do I know which one's the best one? I feel as if a lot of my life was learning things I didn't like, just to find out the things I did like. I feel as if I was a little adult just to grow up to be an adult kid. And the reason why I like, don't get me wrong, yeah, I'm fucking childish, but that's because you ain't got to believe me in the stories I say, but like, I didn't have a fucking childhood. I didn't live in an environment a child should have. And I mean that in the way of, like, I used to think what I was doing, I'm like, damn, this would be cool if it was a job. Turns out it was a fucking job. It is a fucking job, and I do the fucking job. So it's just like, wow, I'm literally doing everything I fucking want to do to a certain degree because one, I never expected to be as old. Two, I like wanted to be known. Like I wanted to be like famous, but not like famous. Like more or less want to be rich. But like there is many ways to determine richness. I'd like to think a female friend of mine. It's not a friend of mine anymore, but like a female acquaintance of mine. That wait, no, this one is. The other one I'm thinking about how I need to better time manage myself and not be so much out in the public view because like just because you love them doesn't mean they love you. Barney lied to us. Um, and just because they show you attention doesn't mean they show you affection. I don't know where I got that off, like some Facebook shit. Like you have to be able to read deeper into it. And some people will give you love and attention because you're close, but they won't give you love and attention because you're close. If you get what I mean. And what I mean by that is if you are next door to me, of course you're gonna fall in love with me. Maybe, possibly. You see me so oftenly, possibly close to me. I don't know. Like you fall in love with those that are close to you, and this is why sometimes incest can be a huge issue when you don't have a large population around you, and or if you don't go out and do that. As well as just some people are just born fucked up. So like, there's multiple reasons why things happen, and sometimes you would like to think it's a very logical reason. Like you would like to think, oh, it's because they're demented. Oh, it's because they're abused. Oh, it's because of drugs. Oh, it's because. Sometimes people are just fucked up, and that's how you have to accept it as it is. And some people deserve to die, and I will always go thinking like that. And I know that because I've met a lot of fucking people. And that's when I realized that humans are monsters. Or they can be. And I guess more or less a monster is just something I don't understand. Maybe. Or maybe that's the way that you define monsters. How I define monsters are vile existence to the human race by compulsively lying. Can't even control it at that point. Compulsive. That's why I said that. Compulsively manipulative. Yet again, can't control it. So I guess lying and manipulative either way. Lying and manipulative, like I don't know. I feel like the same thing, but at the same time, it could be different because like you could lie to somebody without manipulating somebody, but a lie could be in a way to manipulate somebody. So yes, they're technically speaking two different things, but people tend to use them interchangeably, as well as I try to. But I did explain it. So technically speaking, I do know the definitions of things. I just think too much, and I don't feel like explaining that overly because if I do that, then these videos would be like, "Suck that dang lie," and then nobody would watch these. Well, maybe somebody, at least me, because I gotta see. For the most part, I've watched a good amount of my videos. I wouldn't say 100%, but like it's probably dropped down to like 89, 88. I don't know. I've made so many. I feel like I watched them because I made them. Like, ugh. But I don't always feel like I'm present when I make these videos. I know it sounds crazy, but it's 27 minutes into this video. If you ain't realized nothing yet, then what the fuck have you been watching? Where I leave off at? Manipulation, lying. If they're overly doing manipulation, lying as compulsively, as well as has low emotional intelligence, unwillingness to be able to respect others' boundaries, as well as overly aggressive and untrainable. Untrainable, unteachable, unmoldable. I don't give a fuck what you call it. We're all being brainwashed and manipulated in some way, shape, or form. It's just rather if we're smart enough to be aware of it. Like, I don't know, I've been brainwashed multiple times. That's why I fucking had issues because I wanted to be whoever they wanted me to be, and when they was always an interchangeable person, it's just like, well, who I was for this person was perfect, but when I switched to another person, now I'm too much, or maybe I'm not enough, or maybe I'm this when I should have been that, or maybe I'm that one, and it's just like, oh, so now I gotta just start it from the fucking base. Okay, we got the chocolate person, and this person likes it when I speak fast, this person likes it when I speak slower, this person likes when I enunciate, this person likes when I'm shorter with my sentences, this person loves when I swear, this person absolutely hates when I swear, this person doesn't mind if I say God damn it, and this person absolutely hates when I say God damn it, and I'm just like, this is your religion, not my religion, but I guess if I'm talking to you, I might as well just respect you because that's a respectful way to communicate with people, but at the same fucking time, this is my goddamn mouth. If I want to say God damn it, well, I goddamn will. If he didn't want me to use his name in a blasphemous way, then he would have made sure I didn't know his name now, wouldn't he? I would think so, but goddamn, I done did. Okay, back to the point. I don't think there's any more points. Like, I think I got my point across with the fact that life is mad, and I tried not to be. Now that I am mad, life is mad at me. But I'm not mad at life. So what's the problem? I don't really know personally. It's about the business, and I don't own any business. What's about my business? You know my business. I post it pretty oftenly, pretty casually. I want you guys to know that there really isn't anything wrong with me. It's the way that you perceive me. That's really what's wrong with me, because I could be way worse. But you ain't gotta believe me. I've learned how to manage myself well enough. It's just now, how the fuck do I make this management into money? Because I need more. Not like too much. I'd say 50 mil would be more enough to make me permanently happy. I don't want to be a billionaire. You could murder me if I ever make it back to the B. I don't want the B. I just want the M. I don't mean the baby mama. Well, or maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I want, and I think that's the biggest issue why I don't have anything. But technically speaking, I do, but not really. It all depends. Because this car is not owned yet. It's being paid off. I rent a room. And I am liked. I'm told I am loved. But I don't know what love is. I feel as if I stayed in the situation I did so long with the first family because I believed what they meant by love, but I didn't have any comparisons of what love was. And now that I do know what love is, I don't expect, as well as I don't accept most of your guys' love. So it's like, it's nice to hear it, but I don't feel the same. Like, I'm a caretaker by nature. I'm a caretaker by trade because I do choose this job. But I don't think most people know what it's like and what it means to take care of, because, to be honest, when I say that, I'm not even trying to be cocky, or I'm not trying to be conceited. I'm not trying to upplay this. A lot of the way that I act, I feel as if should be basic human standards for human decency. But for the fact that most people want to be stuck in their egos, for the fact that most people want to say, hey, look at my rank and title and existence. I'm a higher civilian. I'm a more noble civilian than you are. So therefore, you have to kiss the feet that my ground walks on. Kiss the ground that my feet walks on, or because of this or because of that. Like, yeah, I might be a smart person, but I'd never use my intelligence for the wrong reasons. So if I hurt you, you'll bet your ass you had that shit coming. Now, why the fuck did you play with me like that? Rather it's mentally or physically, I can handle you. I just choose not to. I figure if I can walk the other way and you attack me from behind, well, I wasn't looking. But if I turn around and I find you, why'd you want to die so quickly? I'm just saying, if you feel as if I'm a bad enough person to end me, I know I'm always being watched. I know I'm crazy. I know. But in like 70 years, maybe they'll tell you that I'm not. But that's going to be long after my death. So, whatever happens, happens, right? Right, if it's right or wrong, it's all based off perspective. You say what's wrong with me, and I now learn to just say, I'm somebody's favorite type of crazy. That's what's wrong with me. And I guess I'm not your type of crazy, but it's alright. I don't need everybody to like me. Those that see my nails are unbothered by me, those are my people. And I need a new coat on these, so thank you for listening to me and all the madness that makes me. And friendly reminder, I'm only a danger to you if you're a danger to me. So if you don't want me to be dangerous, then just leave me alone. I'm the monster that you don't poke, you won't ever have an issue with. I'm not the monster that goes out and looks for problems. I'm the monster that seems to run into problems because they're like, what's wrong with you? I don't fucking know, but I don't want to go through this again. So just leave me alone. If you really want to know what's wrong with me, follow me too long and you'll figure out what's wrong with me. Yeah. Thank you for listening to my madness.